Hey, welcome back to SDR Unfiltered. I'm Bill Faith, your host and founder of Build Short-Term Rental Wealth and the SDR Wealth Conference. Today we're talking about people in photos. May not be a really important topic to some people, but it should be, because I just dedicated the whole entire podcast to literally super high quality photos and how they move the needle. Well, this is what I call value stacking. And if you understand marketing, then you should know how important it is to stack value when you're marketing. And really, that's what our photos are. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is kind of spawned by a post 7 hours ago. It was posted in my Build Short-Term Rental Facebook group. And somebody asked, people in your Airbnb photos, yes or no? Great question, but just ridiculously stupid answers, and it's all personal opinion, which nobody gives a fuck about your personal opinion. The reality is the only thing that matters is the guest opinion, which is not us as the hosts. We have to remove our own personal bias when we're investing, where we should be making financially driven decisions, and when we're doing positioning and marketing and listing optimization, something that's really, really important, right? So somebody replies, like in the listing, yep, personally, I'm not a fan. No, I don't have any, but I think if used sparingly and in the right situations, it could be okay. That's from Eric Corson. Eric, I'm going to tell you, you're 100% correct. You don't want people in every single image, but you do want to have people inside of images because it makes it more personal and it makes it easier for somebody to visualize themselves in that scenario. Somebody posts in here, a lot of people, I wouldn't. No, you want people to be able to envision themselves in the space. Same reason you don't have people in real estate listings. The reason that people don't have people in real estate listings is because they don't know what they're doing, to be honest with you. You see people in every single commercial that is ran on television. You see people in Uber's website. You see people modeling Under Armour clothes. You see people in every form of marketing, but yet we are turned off from doing that type of marketing. I'm here to tell you right now that you need to have people in your images. And a really great point, and I wanted to kind of share all these comments. I'm not, because most people are no, not in the listing photos, no. And I'm 100% yes. Kenny and I talked about this in the SDRnomics podcast, and he literally showcases an image of a poor image, and I talked about this in the photos too, on SDR Unfiltered, and he showcases an image, and it's literally of a hot tub, and it's on the side of a house looking out at a lake. But the problem is it's not a good photo. It's not framed properly. It's not doesn't have good lighting. Doesn't have a lot of things. Well, the one thing that's different is the photo on the left that shows a great meadow, a hill, the sun shining through, just perfect lighting. Has a bottle of champagne or wine or something next to her, but there's a female sitting in the hot tub, and all you can see is her hand. It looks like she's holding a champagne flute, and her hair laying over the edge of the hot tub, and her head in the very tops of her shoulders. That's it. It's not provocative in any way, but the photo is excellent. It's a professional photo. The photo on the opposite side isn't, and there's a $20,000 difference in these two properties, which is really interesting. And somebody comes in and says, well, that's a professional photo. And I just want to reply and say, well, no shit. It's a professional photo. That's a big difference. But this is called, and I did reply, this is called value stacking. So you have great lighting. You have the golden hour. You have your photos staged. You have an actor, an actress, your wife, your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your friends, whoever, just sitting in the hot tub with a staged flute of champagne. It's sending a message, and that's what marketing is that it's sending a message to the person that, wow, this person is relaxed. Look at, she's just sitting there she's in the hot tub by herself, gazing out at the beautiful sunset. This is the subliminal marketing that gets put into place. And having people in images makes it easier for human beings to correlate, to understand, to visualize themselves in that exact same situation. The example that I'm giving to you, and I really hope that you'll jump over to YouTube, the Build Short-Term Rental Wealth YouTube channel, and you can see this. So I'm going to show the image that Kenny utilized. And it started on the SDRnomics podcast, and then it jumps in to this Facebook page. I think Kenny did some stuff on it as well. You can see the image on the left here, just as I described in the image on the right. The image on the property on the left is doing $20,000 more than the property on the right. Not just because of this one image. I don't need to get hate mail about this stuff. I get it. The problem is that the image on the right is good. It's not even good. It's average. And the difference between super and average, good, better, best, between good and best is dramatic in today's marketplace. You should 100% have people in your images. I'm literally, when I get done recording this podcast, I'm packing my family up. One of my daughter's friends, we're going down to the beach. When I bought my very first beach property, one of the first photos to showcase my beach equipment before everybody was including beach gear. And, I had my two daughters and their best friend sitting in 4 chairs with 2 umbrellas, ice chest, beach cart, all the stuff staged on the white sand. And I stood behind them and took an iPhone photo because that's all I had at the time. And then I sent it to Fiverr and got it edited and, got the lighting brightened and all that type of stuff to turn it into a professional photo. That's the other thing. If you have crappy photos right now that you might think are good, unless they're fucking amazing, they're not great. Believe me, they need to be super photos. If you don't have super photos, but the picture's okay, send them to somebody on Fiverr.com and get them edited. Get them brightened up. That's like the biggest thing is when you're taking photos with a low-level camera, your iPhone, is that they're not bright enough. Interior and exterior. So let's talk. I'm going to get back to the case in point here in this podcast. And I want to talk about people in photos. You do not want them in every photo. The average listing has about 53 photos in it on Airbnb. There's probably an opportunity for between 5 to 10 photos, right? In this case, this is a lady in a hot tub staring at the view. Great opportunity, great inflection of having human beings inside of it. On the beach, skiing photos, around the fire pit, playing cornhole under, some string lights or whatever that is. Taking in the views on the back deck. Those are the types of things, really the amenities, the location, the views. Inside, sitting in couches, watching TV, sitting around the dining room table, not so much. But a lot of the action shots, a lot of the amenity shots is where you want to use human beings inside of your photos. There is a reason that a lot of high-end real estate professionals are using highly produced videos with people, with actors and actresses inside of their videos that they're creating from a marketing perspective. People connect with people. It helps them envision themselves in the same scenario. It sends subliminal messages to people that are looking at the image. It enhances the images. Now, so you take the stacking element and you have people in your image, you have great amenity, you have a great view, you have a great photo at a great time of day, and that turns it into a super image. That's where you get the value. Everything in our listings today, because we are all struggling to an extent, even if you're ahead year over year, you're still struggling. It's harder. I mean, let's be real. No bullshit here. I'm almost dead even right now in 2023 financially, my entire portfolio of where I was. I was way behind. I'm starting to catch back up, right? I might be down like 2 or 3%, but pretty close to even Steven. But I'm having to work way harder than I did last year or the year before. Anything during COVID, it's like 2017, deja vu, all over again. I've got to work hard to be able to make the same amount of money. I'm putting in more time. I'm putting in more effort. I'm putting in more power of the mind on how I'm going to market my stuff differently. And I'm going down to Gulf Shores today. And we're going down for a little, I think, 4 or 5 day vacation. I will hit as many properties as I can to update, and I will use my daughter's friends while they're there. Will I show their faces? No, absolutely not. But can I use my wife and the girls in the photos? 100%, right? So like the photo that I'm using, if you're checking this out on the YouTube station, you can see that it's just the back of the actress's head or the model, the person, whatever you want to refer to them as. It's not about showcasing family or guests or any of that type of stuff. I'll give you a perfect one. I've got great photos of my cabanas that I added onto my Dragonfly property, but I do not have people inside of them. So that is one of the photos that I want to get is I want to show people relaxing inside of those cabanas that will really enhance them, right? So those are things that we're going to do when we're down in Gulf Shores this week, because people do need to be in photos. I want to say that one more time. People should be in photos. You just need to only leverage them in limited case, probably roughly about 7 to 10% of your overall photos, and use them in the amenities. It will add beef to your listing. It will increase conversion. Thanks for joining me on STR Unfiltered. Happy hosting, everybody. We'll see you on the next episode.